We are Group 18, and we are Ignite, improving students' STEM identity through design and tinkering. First, for an introduction to Ignite, Ignite is an engineering education program that helps students tackle the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There are three different types of students. Middle school students or learners complete a light water or health curriculum where they have a hands-on design project. High school students or makers complete a self-determined project that is still under the light water or health curriculum, but it's a little more independent. And finally, the undergraduates or trainers facilitate the learner and maker projects and make sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, so our three goals this summer, as we're a Bass Connections project, so we have yearly components and also summer components through Data Plus. And this summer we had our three goals were clean all the data from the past 3 years and compile it into one database. And this included de-identifying all the data, scrubbing all the trainer, learner, maker data sets, and compiling it into one MySQL database. Um, our second goal was to create a Python data visualization GUI for non-coding Ignite stakeholders to visualize the effects of Ignite. And this was the main portion of our project this summer was creating this API web server using a platform called Python Anywhere to filter out the data and create rapid visualizations for our project. So stakeholders like if we're applying for a museum for grants or because we're partnered with the Museum of Life and Sciences, their staff can also look at our graphs and our results and rapidly visualize those results. And our third goal is basically just run data analysis from the past 3 years of Ignite to inform future programs of what we see that is good, what we see that is bad and needs to be improved, and how we're doing relative to all the students' STEM self-efficacy and which demographics are being improved the most and need the most improvement. Yeah, so our first significant result that we've seen is our maker and trainer anxiety and confidence scores. So each number represents an aspect of the engineering design cycle, like creating a prototype, designing it, reiterating it, conducting the engineering design. All of those are included in 1 through 9. And we see that um, the anxiety scores for all maker and trainers went down significantly, and with the start, that means significantly. And then for confidence in the engineering design cycle, maker and trainers actually increased throughout the program.
And the next key result that we saw was public school learner average scores. So we averaged each question that was in the pre and post surveys that fell under the category of science, engineering, communities, STEM, and grit. We took the averages of all of those scores and then ran t-tests on those. And as we can see, science, engineering, STEM, and grit significantly increased for public school learners. So these would be middle school students in either Durham Public Schools or another public school system. So that's an awesome result. And then we also had our female health learner average scores. So these will be middle school females in the health program specifically. We saw that their science, community, and grit scores increased significantly.
Yeah, so our conclusion in our future work is that, as we've seen in the past graphs, that Ignite has increased participants' engineering confidence, decreased engineering anxiety, strengthened engineering identity, and built grit. And another um, important result, as we've seen, is that public school students had much more significant positive change in all categories compared with students from magnet, charter, and private schools. And future work includes next year implementing these improvements and seeing where we need to improve and conducting more data for analysis, and also just building a more robust data set that includes questions that feature the same questions throughout the years and also incorporating new questions that will improve data analysis and further inform future Ignite programs. So this is our API web server created on Python Anywhere. And Python Anywhere is a free web server platform that allows us to upload our own database, upload our own code for the front end and back end. As you can see in the file section, we have our database here that allows us to upload any data from the future years that will be incorporated to this new website and will be updated as we upload new data. And then our Flask is our GUI is actually our backend data or backend code using Flask and Python. And in this template section, we have our index.html, which is our front end portion of the website using HTML JavaScript.
And here is our data analysis tool. So you can select different demographic tags and then filter your results based on that. And then once you have selected all of your tags, you can choose to run a t-test at the bottom based on which kind of category you want to analyze. And then after that, you can click generate visualization and it'll create a graph displaying the results with all of the column headers and associated questions, as well as the p-values and other statistics at the bottom.